Okay, so anyway, it's like a Bermuda Triangle thing where you kind of cross into a different dimension and you get to the new world. Another thing is that he mentioned Rome and he mentioned ancient stuff, and the guy is a priest, so he calls upon God. He literally says something about God, and it's probably why they put it on a set. Like, you don't have to go through that little leaflet outside. You just have to go through the cinematic. In the cinematic, he doesn't say God, but in the leaflet outside, he mentions God. So that's very interesting because it's not forcing you the whole concept of God, but it is. They are telling you, yeah, it is tied with God. And in the ancient Roman occultism, when you go deeper into this Roman occultism, you find that a lot of the more apocrypha, the weirder things when it comes to Christianity are hidden in the ancient Roman archives. Also in the Roman archives, the ancient religion of the Romans, most people think the Romans, I'm gonna go beyond the lore here because I mean I have to say something. And I was looking into this research a while ago, something here. Why do I do this? Because you need to know this, you who is watching this. So the Romans had their religion, right? And you got Mars, and you got I don't know, whatever god in the Roman, Athena, and the other gods, right? It's a pantheon. There was also a Roman religion called the Mithraic rites, or the Mithraic circle, or the Mithraic mysteries, which are like the Eleusinian mysteries of the Greek, basically. And it is thought that they would go through these rites inside caves. Now, if you look into the Mithraic mysteries, and this is from Mithra, a god that you can find in Conan Exiles and some other Conan work. It's Mithra, but it's actually a very ancient god, which has to do with the bull. And if you go into I would say the lore, it's not the lore, it's the real life history recordings of this Mithraic mystery, you find that everywhere where the Roman Empire was, there were shrines to Mithra and these Mithraic mysteries. So basically they would go into caves and they would perform rituals, and this hidden religion of Mithra had to do with what are these things called? Entheogens. When I say entheogens, what am I talking about? I'm talking about DMT, I'm talking about mushrooms, I'm talking about even stronger substances that allow, and I've done this research in science. Now, as I said, I'm going to be linking some of the scientific research in these videos here because I do this scientific research in real life. So just Google it, Christopher Timmerman. He's a researcher in the University Imperial London University, Imperial College, something like that. Christopher Timmerman, he's done a lot of research. Oh, this is like Mordor, cool. So he's done a lot of research in psychedelics. Basically, what he says and what the research comes to is that once the brain goes into a specific brainwave, which is delta and gamma, it slows down to a point where they assume that the consciousness goes outside into the greater realm of consciousness, which is the quantum field. And if you go to the Orco theory, you realize that mathematician and quantum physicist Roger Penrose, alongside with anesthesiologist Stuart Hameroff, have this theory that suggests that there are quantum processes going in the brain, and these processes at the moment of death, they go outside into the larger realm. So anyway, the idea is that when people consume these substances, they actually go into a different realms and they meet different realities. This is why I talk a lot about these realities and different dimensions in video games and in all of these things. And this is why I think we are in a different dimension here in Eternal. And when people have these hellish experiences or near experiences, they are literally going to different dimensions. Now, there are some other beings that they meet in these different dimensions, and that's where the Mithraic mysteries from the ancient Roman Empire come into play, because it is very well defined how they met entities, and these entities guided them into the larger mysteries. And the mysteries were not evil or weird or anything. The mysteries is basically that we are cosmic beings that are living an experience here on Earth, but the ultimate nature of the human soul is to overcome this basic form as human and start a path, a cosmological path through the cosmos, overcoming their humanity and going into higher spheres. And this was like a hidden society in the ancient Roman Empire, which provided this transcendence, whereas the gods were very human in the pantheon of the gods, and they didn't mean anything. And the idea of death for the Romans was just to go to the underworld and maybe go to the Elysian fields. This other religion allowed them to conceive themselves as becoming one with the Godhead, because Mithra was also the god of the sun and the god of light, and they literally speak about talking to these light beings, to these strange beings that people are reporting in near-death experiences and some of the other entheogen-based experiences. I said, when I say entheogen, I mean psilocybin, I mean DMT, I mean all of these, and even the UFO abduction phenomena and so on and so forth. So everything is tied up, and we find all of these items in MMORPGs and in fantasies and in epic fantasies, but it's deeper than that. Now I don't know where I'm going with this. I do this research in real life, so I heard the guy, this priest guy, saying something about ancient Rome and mysteries, and I tied it straight away with the Mithraic Mysteries because I'm working on that right now. Yeah, maybe the developers of New World are gonna tie the ancient Mithraic Mysteries to this special power that was in the literally the chalice that this priest had, and I took somehow, and somehow I became, this is why I am probably super strong against corruption or something like that. I don't know. The lore in this game is all over the place, but it's allowing me to go beyond the lore, so I like that. It is what it is. I don't know where I'm going with this, so I'm gonna put it right here. Yeah, Google it, the Mithraic Mysteries. It's super cool, and it has to do with this more real religion where we are literally in a cosmic sort of situation where we must transcend our very own humanity and achieve godhood through communing with Mithra, the light, the sun god, the ultimate emanation of God. And when you go deeper into the Aesop stuff, you find that it's all related. So that's what I'm saying. This Aesop thing is not just a currency, it's the Ein Sof, it's the first light, is the ultimate singularity which we will all achieve.